For those who do not know this about myself, I am a lesbian. I identify as a female. My preferred pronouns are she, her. Don't call me anything fucking else. I am a girl. I am she, her. Okay? I just wanted to get out that way because people may see me, because I have a boy cut. They may automatically label me as a stud or a dyke or whatever. I don't like using the word dyke because I feel like it's very offensive. But, that's just, the world we live in. So they may label me as that. Which is, I'm not necessarily hurt by it. But, if you need to label me to make yourself feel better, whatever, do you. Like, you're not affecting me. I'm still living my life. But anyways, with that being said, so the reason why you clicked on this video, obviously, is to talk about the LGBTQ community and the misrepresentations and so on and so on. So I'm going to talk about a current event that happened, which was regarding Lil MaMa and some other dude speaking on the transgender community. In this live that she had, her basis was basically talking about how she wants to start a heterosexual movement and how the transgender people, and their influence on the next generations and, so on and so on. So her point was that kids are too young to know what they like, what they're attracted to, and who they are. I 100% disagree with this, and it's only because children are very aware at a very, very young age. Like, people don't really realize how aware a child is until they reach, adulthood, and a lot of things that happen to them as a child or that they have witnessed as a child plays out in their adulthood. Like, we don't really pay attention to that as much until it's too late. So who are you to tell a child, a 9-year-old child, that they don't know who they are not capable of knowing who they're attracted to, all because you are afraid of the fact that they may be attracted to the same sex? Let me just say that one more time. You are afraid of the fact that your child may like girls or may like guys or may like, whoever. But it's okay for your child, who happens to be a girl, to come home and say they have a crush on a boy, or your boy to come home and say they have a crush on a girl at the age of 9. That's okay though, right? Like, make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all. It really doesn't. And then another topic that she touched on was pedophilia and its relationship to the LGBTQ community. And what I'm going to say right now is, first of all, separate the two, because LGBTQ community is over here. Pedophilia is way over there, okay? The LGBT community has never once claimed that pedophilia was a part of our community, that it was going to be a letter attached to the LGBTQ. Has never accepted it, never shown support for it. So let me just say that right now. Pedophiles are not part of the LGBTQ community, okay? There are gay pedophiles, I'll give you that. But there are straight ones as well. So remember that, okay? Thank you. And I feel like her, especially with, having a platform, when you come out to say stuff regarding a community that, for one, you are not a part of at all, I feel like it's very biased. Only because you cannot comment on someone else's experience. Like, who am I to tell me as a Black person? Who am I to tell a Latinx or an Asian person or like any other minority or person, whatever, who am I to tell them that their feelings, their emotions, their trauma, like, doesn't matter because mine is worse? Like, who am I to tell them how to live their life the way that they want to, how to express themselves with their culture, when I don't know about it? I don't know crap about being Latina. I don't know crap about being Asian, crap about being white. I only know about being a black woman, okay? A black woman. That is all I know about. So who is Lil Mama or any heterosexual person to comment on an LGBTQ person's experience? It doesn't work like that. You cannot fully comment on that if you are not a part of the community. I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel. I 100% believe, because you can be spreading, just like Lil Mama, you can be spreading false information, because 9 out of 10, the only information that heterosexual people know about the LGBTQ community is what is put onto the internet for you to watch. What is put on the internet, what is pushed as a narrative of the way we interact and the way we are. That's just how it is. I mean, you can be upset with me saying that, but it's the truth. When you think about it, it is the truth. I'm not trying to take away from the seriousness of this topic, but it's the fact that, like, I didn't know how loud my dog was drinking her water in the background, and yeah, the sound is just really loud. So that's what it is. She's just drinking water. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. It's still the same topic, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade's daughter, who was born in a male's body, but identifies as a female, which will be considered transgender. Now, when they had, came out and was telling people, telling the world basically what was going on, the world basically took what they were saying and created their whole story. A lot of people in the world made up the pre-notation that their daughter was going to have reassignment surgery. When someone comes out as transgender, does not automatically mean that they are going to transition into another gender. Now, there are transgender people that do take that route, but you have to be 18 years old, and there's a whole bunch of guidelines that you have to meet before you can do so, okay? And there's a lot of transgender people that don't reassign. They just, live their life the way that they want. They dress how they want. They live their life how they want to. Now the thing about, going back to how Lil Mama was talking about kids not knowing, their sexuality stuff, it was based on, this situation, which was very highly taken out of context, because no one ever said or put out there that, I think her name was Zaya, was going to have reassignment surgery, which she couldn't have because she's only like 10 or something like that. You have to be 18, like I said before. But it's the fact that people have the prenotation that children are just not aware, and that's messed up because they are very aware. And before people decide to comment on somebody else's life and who they are, you have to separate yourself from the situation. This is what people lack. They constantly look at a situation, automatically be like, okay, what would I do? And then they go from there. When in all reality, you have to think about that person, what they're feeling, what they're going through, and so on, to completely understand, like, their thought process and stuff like that. And to be honest, even that you probably won't understand unless that person comes out and tells you 100% how they feel and what's going on. But at the end of the day, it's nobody's business. The fact that we have to come out is nobody's business. I 100% agree with everybody. But it's the fact that we have to do that, because if I never came out and then I go and post a picture of me and my partner, 100%, I will get comments, calls, text messages talking about, are you gay? Are you bisexual? Like, what's going on? Why'd you post this? Are y'all in a relationship? Da, 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 da. Like, 100%, they'll start asking me questions. And then at that point, you have no choice but to come out. You have no choice but to tell someone your sexuality, because they are so fascinated. They are so fascinated at the fact of over-sexualizing the LGBTQ community. They're so worried about who I'm sleeping with, how I'm having sex, and all this stuff that they just gotta know. Which is 100% wrong, because you don't see nobody asking no heterosexual relationship, oh, what's it like in the bedroom, guys? Oh, why are you dating that person? Like, I'm just so, like, my brain is so fried right now. It's not even funny, because I don't understand. I really don't understand the fact of people needing to justify their relationships for someone else. That part don't make sense to me at all. It really don't. And all I'm really trying to, like, let people know is that everyone should not speak on something that they are not 100% aware of. Okay? I'm going to just say that right there. Because you cannot, it'll be the same if a white person speaks on a black person's experience. A white person will never 100% know what it is to be a black person, and vice versa, because they're white. So it's the same thing with heterosexual and lesbians, and the LGBTQ community. Like, heterosexual people will never understand, 100% understand what it's like to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, and so on, because that's not their experience. It's not what they have went through, you know? But yeah, I just want to share this knowledge, because this is something I'm passionate about, because it all goes into play as far as accepting each other and stuff like that. Because that's one thing that we lack in this world, is compassion and acceptance. For some reason, we find it so hard to accept people that are different, because we are afraid of change. We are afraid of things that are different, rather than embracing it and learning the truth about whatever it is. So, on that note, guys, I hope you gained some type of knowledge, or this video made you, like, rethink some things, or, you know, just made you mad. I mean, either way, I hope that you gain some type of emotion or whatever from this video, because I just wanted to just share my thoughts on everything, because, you know, I am part of the community. So, you know, you have to comment on certain things, especially when it's legit all over the internet. And wait, before I go, let me just say this one thing. Prenotation that people have had about the LGBT community and the influence that we may have over children is completely outrageous to me. Because, so you're telling me that I have to hide my love in public because you don't want your child to see love and affection only because of who I'm choosing to give the love and affection to, right? But no. It's okay for you to kiss your husband or kiss your wife in front of your child, and you're not worried about what they see and stuff like that. But Lord forbid, I go in with my girlfriend and I'm kissing her or holding hands with her in public. It'll be a whole fucking fit if somebody who does not agree with who I choose, I'm not going to say choose, because I don't like that word. Because I feel like once you say that somebody chooses to be alive, that's when you automatically label it as a choice, as if I can go back. Like, no. I like girls. I don't like boys. Never have, never will. I've dated boys 100%. But I've never, ever felt comfortable nor attracted to boys. There was just something that, you know, you grow up and people are like, okay, you like boys, and then they tell boys you like girls, and you go from there. Like people need to talk more. You have to have the conversations, whether it's uncomfortable or not. You have to communicate. You cannot suppress your child's experiences or emotions, okay? Because when you suppress their feelings, their emotions, and all that stuff, let me just tell you, it's just not going to end up right for you. I'm sorry. It's just not. Like, that child's going to grow up with so much confusion, so much hate. And that's where a lot of self-hating LGBTQ people come from, because they feel one type of way, but they're being taught that, you know, that's wrong, you shouldn't feel that way, and so on and so on. So I just want people to know that it starts with you. It starts with learning the truth, having these hard conversations, but just being open and honest, because the more that you talk about it, the more aware you will become. I'm just letting you know. Like, and please double check anything that you see on the internet. Please double check the source and where it comes from, because people put out so much false information about legit every freaking thing that you have to double check everything, because you never know. I'm sorry, you just never know. But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you feel passionate about this, or you just want to leave a hateful comment, go ahead, because I mean, do what you want to do. I ain't gonna stop you. Shit, your hate gives me views, gives me watch time. So if you hate the community, still watch this video, because you're helping me out in the long run. So yes. Anyways, guys, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, join the family, and I will see you guys real soon. Deuces.